To create an assessment sheet, we go to Assessments and click Create Assessment. Here we can select the class and we can select the subject. So let's select Basic Technology and click Create Assessment. You can create for as many as you wish. So let's select 2 other subjects. So we'll select Chemistry and we'll select Economics. So you can see that I now have 3 assessment sheets ready for entering scores. So let's start with Chemistry. You can see all my 6 students in the class. Take note of the assessment settings. We also can add students to this assessment sheet. So this is for when a new student is created after an assessment sheet has been created. So there are times whereby you already created an assessment sheet and you need to add a particular student that is not in the list. Creating a new student record would not automatically add it to any assessment sheet. You'd have to add the students individually. So this is the use of this add students at the top. At the top, we also have mock assessment. So here you can specify if this assessment sheet is mock. All that does is it changes everything to exams only. So it's useful for examination classes. So let's try that. I'll click on mock exams and you can see. So exams is 100% and every other thing is 0%. So you can uncheck it and it goes. So this is how to convert your assessment sheet to a mock assessment sheet. So this is mostly used for examination classes like JS3 and SS3s. So let's go ahead and add some scores. Okay, so we now have our scores. So we'll go ahead and click save. So saving this would save it as draft. So it means that you don't necessarily have to wait till when you have all complete assessments, that's CA1, CA2 and exams ready. You can collect your assessments as you go. So when if CA1 is ready, you can create the assessment and put in your scores and save it as draft. If CA2 is ready, you can open it, edit it and add CA2 down to when you have your exams. And then you can save and then submit if everything is complete and you're ready to submit. So to submit, you just scroll down and click on submit. So but before we do that, let's take a look at the download as file option. So we talked about the download as file. So we click on that. You'd see the read-only copy where you can actually print it out. So you can print this out. So regardless of whether or not the assessment sheet is complete, so even if you have just CA1, it would print it out. It would display just the CA1 values and empty cells for the CA2 and exams. So but for what we have is a complete assessment sheet. So this is the read-only copy. You can print it as you wish. So back to the assessment sheet. We have a completed assessment sheet. Now that we're ready to submit, we just scroll down and click on submit. You'll be asked to confirm. You click OK. So one point to note is that for teachers, once you submit your assessment sheet, you won't be able to edit it. I'm only able to see the unsubmit button, delete and save because I am on an admin account. So admins are able to undo the submit. So in case any teacher makes the mistake of submitting with errors, they can actually contact the admin person and they can unsubmit for them to edit and submit back. So that's the reason why we have the unsubmit active for the administrative account. You can also delete the assessment sheet. I'll just tap on it, but I'm not going to delete it. So this is what it is. So at the top, you can also do your skills and behavior on the assessment sheet. So for that class, so for skills and behavior, you just tap on it and you put in the values for each student and save. So you click next and do for the other students. So this is how to insert or to mark your skills and behavior. So back to the assessment sheet, we've seen how to create an assessment sheet, how to insert our scores, how to mark it as mock assessment sheet, how to add a student to the assessment sheet, how to save as draft, and how to delete. And if you're a teacher and you've made any mistake after submitting, you can contact your admin person and he can unsubmit for you, or he can actually just make the changes for you, because as you can see, I don't have any restriction on this assessment sheet. I can come back here and make changes to it and still save even after it's been submitted. But for a teacher, these three buttons would not even appear. So once you've submitted, this is why it asks you to confirm before you submit. So bear that in mind as a teacher. Before you submit, ensure that all the scores are accurate.
Thanks for watching. If this helped, like, share and subscribe. At Bluerain, we're dedicated in bridging the gap between school challenges and digital solutions. Visit bluerainonline.com to get your free one-time trial today. Plus, refer a school and get 50% commission. Let's transform education together. See you on the next one.